All right, I'm gonna do a little bit more about myself. My name is Leland. That is my real first name. Sometimes I think it's like cool and unique, but most of the time I think it's old and weird. I don't know why I have this name. You guys heard Leland and you're like, oh, we're about to hear jokes from Mr. Monopoly right now. Okay, let's see what that's all like. Just out of curiosity, is anyone else here named Leland? No? Wow. What a coincidence. No one else has a name like an 1800s railroad tycoon? All right. Got it. I asked my parents once why they named me Leland, and their only response was that I had a great uncle named Leon, and they liked the Lee part of it, but not the on part of it. Anyone else get their name from a compromise? It's like, yeah, we like the name Corey, but really just the first three letters, so we're gonna go with Cornwallis for our daughter. I think that's what we're gonna do. That's a good one. And I don't think that's true. I don't think that's the real reason they named me, because the first house I ever lived in was on Leland Drive. So I think they were just on their way home from the hospital in a time crunch, and they couldn't go with the other cross street because I just didn't look like a Martin Luther King Jr., you know? I know it's a weird name because sometimes when I bring it up to people, they give me celebrities and references with that name. And the celebrity that I get the most is Leland Chapman. Couple fans over there. For the rest of you, if you don't know, Leland Chapman is Dog the Bounty Hunter's son. Yeah. You remember the man whose name is Dog? And whose profession we should have outlawed when we invented the automobile? That guy? The other one I get a lot is people have asked me if I've watched the movie The United States of Leland, which is a real movie, and it stars the main character Leland, who stabs a special needs kid to death. For most of you, don't worry, I'm gonna make it funny. Relax. I'm not just gonna bring that up and move on. It's okay for you because it's scripted. It's not real, it's made up. Someone wrote it, it's okay. What's not okay for me is that it is scripted. Someone wrote it. So someone had to pick that name for that character. They're like, I made the most evil character ever, now I have to pick the perfect name. I like the name Lucifer, but really just the ooh and not the Lucifer part of it. I think I'll go with the next most evil L named Leland. One time I introduced myself to a guy at a party and he's like, oh my God, your name is Leland? You simply must meet my brother. Which is a red flag right off the bat. That is scary to hear that. But it was alright, as it turned out, his brother was also named Leland, so he just was excited to meet another Leland, which is great. That could have been much worse. He could have been like, your name is Leland, you must meet my brother. He is a collector of those with exotic names. He's less of a brother and more of a master to me at this point. My name is Bartholomew, nice to meet you. It's not a very sexy name, Leland. It's very harsh. I remember the first time I heard it said to me in bed. Really took the wind out of the sails, guys, I have to say. You ever been turned off by your own name before? It's a really weird feeling. There's a reason why you'd never read the name Leland in a romance novel, you know? It's never like he came out of the garden, sweat glistening on his body, his hair swaying from nipple to nipple. He walked up to her and whispered into her ear, hi, my name's Leland. Are we doing sex now? Is it sex time or should I go back to the garden? What's going on? I dated this girl named Kirsten for a while, which is also a very harsh name. So whenever we had sex, it just sounded like two Norwegian guys in an argument. Leland, Kirsten, Leland, Kirsten. It didn't help that we also role-played as Norwegian guys, so it wasn't great. The whole scenario. I'm not super sexually experienced though. I learned for the first time recently that this is the symbol for blowjob. Right? That lady knows. We all know that one, international symbol for blowjob? Yeah. Okay, well then let me ask you perverts this. If any of you considered just how awful a blowjob that would really be? It's like really poor form, if you ask me. It's like, how do I do it? Well, first I like to take my dick into my mouth at the most extreme angle. Then I love to run it past 2 rows of my chompers. Then I shove it into the side of my cheek so much so you can see it from the outside of my face. Why? Because that's the way he likes it, that's why. The only scenario I could see someone giving a blowjob like that is if they were trying to multitask and watch TV at the exact same time. You know? They're like, what, you want to do this now? Don't you know Jeopardy's about to start? All right, well, we're doing it my way. Get in my blind spot, babe. What is Tijuana? All right.